come and get it.
So for these videos, you need the particle, logged into particle on this thing. My GitHub site, which has these files. We're going to do a01 console today. And the playlist where you can get the videos. So let's go to a01 console. Let's copy the code. And go to particle build. Create the new app. I'm just going to call it a01 console. And paste the code from GitHub. Okay, don't forget to save it. We can compile it. I'm plugging in my Photon. And here's what the Photon looks. It's looking for its Wi-Fi. You hate the flashing green light. When it gets its Wi-Fi, it should switch over to a breathing cyan. There. Okay, looks like the code works. So let's flash the code to the Photon. You want that pink cyan to go. There you go. Now it's uploading the code. Code's there. Let's go to the console and see what it's doing. While it's loading up, probably should look at some of this code we just sent to it. There we go. So what's it saying other than some fancy numbers there? Okay, so count number 2, we're sending a random decimal number, and we're reading. Now in this case, we're not reading anything. We're just reading random electricity in that AO read. Okay, nothing to see here. So count number 4, send a random number. Once again, reading random information. So let's have a look at the code. There's the x is an integer, the y is a float. The x, notice this plus equals. The x is going to be, each loop, the x is going to be 1 bigger. Now this is a little bit different. Here we're calling a random number. Rand on most computer programs sets a number between 0 and 1, some random number, but on the Photon it sets this really large number, like 8-digit random number. So all we're doing is we're dividing it by another large number. And what's really strange, if this was an integer, it would make the final result an integer division. So I put the 0.0 to make sure it's a decimal, a floating point number. A couple things to note. Here we're just writing x. By the way, you can mix these. This is a variable. These are strings. Strings got the double quotes, the plus sign. The interesting part here is this string is a floating point number, so I've told it I want 3 decimal places. That's just a really simple way of printing out floating point numbers. If you're used to programming, there are lots of other ways of doing it that are really confusing. This is just printing out my analog read. Normally I would put it in a variable, but I just wanted to show you that you could put it in the particle publish command. Delay of 6,000, so 6 seconds. This is just a spacer to give a space between the results you're getting. Now, as you've seen with the particle, it is not hooked up to anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to hook it up to this sliding potentiometer, basically just a variable resistor. Notice a lot of these boards will have a yellow wire, a white wire, a red and a black. Well, the red and the black, 3.3 is the red, black is ground. The yellow is the one that goes to your analog. So let's have a look at it. I've got my potentiometer. I've got the wiring, yellow to AO, red to 3v3, black to ground. Oh, that's actually is my ground. Yep. And so let's switch over to the console, and we got the potentiometer. AO is reading 1. Give it a few more seconds, 6 more seconds. Once again, random numbers. Okay, so let's put the potentiometer in the middle, see what happens. And what's it going to read? Almost 2,000. Let's put it right to the end. And number 31. Not quite sure why it went slow there. 4,094. Okay, those are the maximums and minimums, and you're good. Make your video, change the analog pin. Yeah, good luck.